Abhinay says that since the market seems to be on a peak, does it make sense to invest in ELSS through a lump sum, given that now very limited time is left in the current financial year?
Generally, my general advice is that when investing in equity, and when an individual investor is going to make an investment in equity of any kind, one should stagger one should spread one's investments over time. But you don't have much time, so maybe make 2-3 investments in this 5 weeks, maybe do a weekly or alternate weeks, make 2-3 investments, and that is how you will be able to average, because the markets are very volatile. We saw that 1 week was down, 1 week was up, 1 week was down, but it doesn't matter when your holding period is 3 years and 5 years and more. Is perfect timing, or attempt at perfect timing, it may not be very useful. I completely agree with you that if you are buying cheap, the potential of making larger gains is higher as compared to not buying cheap. And so from that standpoint, I would just like to urge him that there are two aspects to this. One is that the market is at its all-time high, but at the same time, but that may not be the only reason why you should not invest. There is a possibility that markets might be at an all-time high, but it may still be very cheap, because if the underlying stocks are not very expensive, if they are available at reasonable, if they are available at attractive price in relation to their earnings, markets can be at peak and they can still be cheap. But I feel that markets are reasonably priced. They might be even expensive in certain quarters, and unless we see that so there are two things: the markets at peak and markets being very expensive. I think markets are tending to be expensive and being reasonably priced. That is the impression I will go with right now. So be careful about that and be conscious of it.